this goes. Let's see how this gonna go.
Say what? There is no order like Inspector. 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 Warrior. Today. Warrior. In 1985, I joined the Calypso Ring. I tell Cynthia and Mantis I come on this sort to sing. Junior Monarch to senior improvements.
I must agree.
From Grenada to Europe,
I put them in a frenzy. Anywhere the hitman go, I am king.
So my fans that please, they know I could.
Hey.
So my fans that love me, they know I celebrate it. All over the country, only one thing I hear is
things running high.
Like a
the sky. Bum, 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 bum. Always try. 10 years and we want more, Inspector.
They tell me 10 years and we want more, Inspector.
Don't care what they say. Jam us all the way.
Spec your soca beat. Just have us in heat. What? They tell me
10 years and
we want more, Inspector. This year is 10 years and we want more, Inspector.
Tune. Bam, dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Tune. Hold them, Specky. Yo, Specky could dance, you know.
I make the public know about teachers and school children. Up to now, some vex with me. My name is
Poison to them.
But I never take them on. I stand for
principle.
I pray just to say my way and show them what I go do. Anytime you sing the truth, you're dancing under pressure. I grew up on the street and I know the struggle, sir. I don't have time to worry and think how they feel about me. Tell them I'm born to survive. I'ma get
man from country.
Please don't forget. I have talent.
Pam 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 pam.
I don't touch yet. This year is 10 years and we want more, Inspector. This year is
10 years and more, Inspector. Don't care what they say. Jam us all the way.
Spec you so come in. Just have us in it. What? This year is 10 years and we want more, Inspector. They tell me 10 years and we want more, Inspector. Lord.
Anyhow, that's my boy Specky. You know, that's my favorite performance. One of my favorite performances from Specky. I had that on my Betamax back in the day when I was a youngster. Broken hungry. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Just letting you know that Babsy's in the building. Today we have an Island Receipts segment for you that you are going to love. Make sure you put a like on this video, and if you haven't followed me or heard of me before, make sure you follow me and subscribe to me. We're streaming on YouTube and on Facebook at the same time simultaneously. I know I'm a little bit earlier today than I normally would be, and I didn't announce that I was coming because I wanted to kind of execute this video the way that I needed to execute it, Babsy style. So let's get into the conversation right now because we need to talk about some serious things that's going on over here. Now, I want to give you a little bit of back history on the situation that was going on with me and some Grenadian people from about 10 years ago. You know, as a woman, I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? And I owned up to the mistake that I ended up getting involved with a man from Grenada. Not necessarily the problem with the man, but more than the fact that, you know, at the time I didn't really know how global and large my blog would have ended up becoming. And if I had known that, I wouldn't have dated somebody from Grenada, because what ended up happening with me dating this person, it has caused these people from Grenada to kind of, I guess, feel like I'm some simpleton, loser, low level individual, and they try to treat me in this like low gutter position because I've dated one of their men. So now they're trying to like this assume this like superiority thing over me because I dated somebody from their island a decade ago. I had no clue how large my blog and platform would have ever gotten. So at the time, I believed in love and I believed in certain things, but I'm a lot wiser now. So like I would never make the mistake right now to actually date anybody on any island ever again. If you notice, I have very good relations with Antigua, with Anguilla, with everywhere, Dominica, every island and I pretty much get along. And there's just been this toxic, dark relationship with Grenada, and it stems from this whole relationship with this man. So for me, that's the mistake that I made. I have to own to it, and I have to deal with the punches that come as a result of that. I can't argue with anybody about it. It's a decision that I made, and it's a mistake that I made, and I've owned it. So basically, after the resolution or the dissolving of this relationship, before this relationship even dissolved, I ended up reaching a point where I had to block Grenada from seeing my platform on Facebook because of the constant terrorizing. Like it was just like every single day they would just be like blah 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 blah. And at the time I was a much smaller blogger, and for me it was kind of difficult to balance when you have a smaller platform and everybody's kind of feeling the love and the unity, and then you have these toxic people jumping in all the time and trying to like disrupt and destroy the conversation. So I made the decision to block them, which actually caused me to grow. I grew really, really big, really, really fast after I blocked Grenada. Like I literally gained, I think, what was it, like 100,000 followers in like 2 months. So it was because I started putting in the work, doing what I had to do, and it just grew, and then things just got really, 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 really good for me. Then I took a hiatus a bit because, there's been a lot going on. My mother passed away. My father passed away. There's just been a lot going on in my personal life. And, I took time off. I've been on a hiatus. I've done a whole bunch of things. I almost lost my page. But now I'm back and I'm kind of like in the mix and whatever. So let's fast forward to what's going on now, how I'm in the back and forth with these people again, all of a sudden. Now, here's the thing. And if you followed me for any length of time, you know the type of person that I am. You know that I'm the kind of person that I'm going to stand up for what's right, and I'm going to bun out what's wrong. And basically what happened last week was young brother, I burnt myself eating a patty today. I don't know. You might be able to see that. So, yeah, it's bad. But yeah, anyhow. So, yeah, and it hurt and real bad. I burnt, like I was eating a beef patty and it was like real hot. And I was just like, let me eat it quick. And it was like bun up my face. So, young brother, Greatest Ben song has basically gone global. Right? He basically had the song come out, Carnival, did extremely well. Sean Paul got on the remix, and now Chloe and Molly are on the remix. And in the remix, basically, in the backdrop, they had a whole bunch of Caribbean flags. One of the flags that was missing out of this backdrop was the Grenada flag. And basically what happened was Grenadians, some of them, basically started to threaten the man, and like they really shook him. Like they shook him up, and that kind of upset me because Young Brother is one of these artists that don't bother anybody. So the song is The Greatest Bend. The remix is with Molly and Chloe. I want everybody to go and check that music video out afterwards because trust me, it's a good video. And you know, I'm really proud of Young Brother because he's come a long way and he's gotten really, really big. And I'm so proud that he's been able to buckle down and stay in the actual business side of things and not let things distract him. So because I'm aware of the toxic darkness that can go on social media around a lot of Grenadians, when I found out that he was threatened and people were DMing him and he came and he made this statement and he was like all shook about it, that really ticked me off because I was just like, look, why are you people always fucking around other people for? Like, you guys fuck around each other, stay fucking around each other. Leave people alone. Like, why are you always leaving your shores and trying to interfere with people? This is one of the biggest issues that I have have with social media. It's like you have your own rules in your own island and you bully people and you do all these dark things. You stay there and do that over there. Don't leave your constraints and come outside of your island and come and bring your bullshit to other people. And in the time that I've had them blocked, I unblocked them basically because they asked me to. They were like, they want to see Dear Babsy. They're not able to connect, blah, 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 blah. So I was just like, okay. And I unblocked them silently to see how it would go. So that's how they ended up back on the page, because I had them blocked for what, 3-4 years, I think it was, somewhere around there. And basically, like, I am the kind of person that I don't like stupidness and I don't like bullshit, especially in our region. And I don't like unnecessary strife and unnecessary problems. But what I really can't stand is hypocrisy. And Grenada is the epitome of hypocrisy. They're the most hypocritical people, one of the most hypocritical people in the Caribbean. There's some other ones that are really bad. We'll get into them another day. But today, what I want to talk about this false patriotism that they're using. They're trying to pretend like they're defending their country and they're defending their people and they're defending this and they're defending that. They're not defending anything because their country is in turmoil. And they are engaging, actually, the Caribbean doesn't even know this, but they're actually engaging in a situation right now that is similar to Israel and Palestine inside of Grenada. What's happening in Grenada right now is this. Grenada is actually supposed to be 3 countries. It is Grenada, it is Carriacou, and it's Petite Martinique, right? And what the bullies of Grenada have done is they have erased Petite Martinique and Carriacou pretty much from existence. So you don't hear them speak about them. They're not really even listed on the flag, and they're not even listed on their passport. Now, here's what I want to talk about today, because you cannot be patriotic, but then you're blanking half of your society and you have them living as second-class citizens. So Carriacou is one island. Petite Martinique is another island. So there's about 1,000 people on Petite Martinique and there's about 9,000 to 10,000 people on Carriacou. So there's about 11,000 people altogether. This makes up around 10% of Grenada's population, right? And they pay taxes. They pay VAT 15%, but they are fully governed by Grenada. This is actually an infraction in international law, right? So if you take a look at Grenada's constitution, basically their constitution outlines that Grenada is supposed to be 3 countries. So let me pull this up for you because they're going to say that I'm lying. So let me zoom this in for you so you guys can take a look at the constitution of Grenada. So the constitution of Grenada, right? That's it there, right? If we go to part 6, article 107, it says there shall be council for Carriacou and Petite Martinique, which shall be the principal organ of local government in those islands. What that means is they are supposed to have their own government. This was imposed on February 7th, 1974. So I don't know if your math is good, but like mine here, right? But 1974, Goblin to now, that's 51 years. In 51 years, Grenada still has not given Petite Martinique and Carriacou their own government, okay? They are oppressing their own people and having them live as second-class citizens. This is a problem because they're supposed to be equal. It is 3 of them: Carriacou, Petite Martinique, and Grenada. Grenada has assumed control over these people and have them living as second-class citizens. This is not patriotism. This is oppression and bullying. Okay? So in 51 years, they have not allowed these people to have their own government and have control over their own selves. They remain in control over these people. Now you're probably like, Babsy, but listen to me. Hold on a second. You can't blame the people for the government of Grenada because the government can do what they want and the people can't do anything and blah, 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 right? You would be right on that. However, in 2016, Grenada had its first referendum, and the referendum had 7 questions. One of the questions was, is Petite Martinique and Carriacou allowed to have their name on the passport? Grenada voted no. How would the most patriotic nation on the planet vote no to having their own people's country's name on their passport? Do you know that Palestine's name is on the Palestinian passport? So why would Grenada, right, be engaging in this bullshittery by holding down Petite Martinique and Carriacou and not even allowing their names to be on the passport? When they had an opportunity to uplift their own people, they chose to continuously oppress them. Is this patriotism, people? Is this the patriotic nation? Are these the people that are out here waving a flag for 1/3 of their nation and while blanking out 2/3 of it? Petite Martinique and Carriacou are equal partners in this tri-island nation. Why are they being excluded? Why has Grenada continuously excluded these people and have them living as second-class citizens? They're paying taxes. Why are you not allowing them to their own governance, which is what is stipulated in Article 107 in the Grenadian Constitution? You see, this board-faced, hard-faced, donkey transgender person, I told you to keep swimming in the shallow end with the little floating things on your arms, because when you fuck around me, you in the deep end. I know each and every single motherfucking move in the Caribbean, and I told you bitch asses to leave me alone. But you don't listen. So now you gonna make me talk. I left you alone for 8 years. You should have kept it at that. When you realize that you fuck around young brother and that you should have left him alone, you shouldn't have kept pressing me, because this is an actual infraction of international law. You are oppressing the human rights of the people of Petite Martinique and Carriacou, and this is actually a major infraction. Now, the people of Petite Martinique and Carriacou, they don't like Babsy, right? Because a lot of them over there likes me, so I can't really tell them what to do, but I could tell you what they could do, because they have a lot of ground to stand on right now, really and truly, right? They could go to the government and parliament and deal with it in Grenada internally, but I'm pretty sure that Grenada would drag their feet on this situation because they have zero intentions of allowing these people to have their own governance, right? They would love to keep them as second-class citizens and keep things the way that they are, right? The next thing that they could do is they could go to CARICOM. Now, if they went to CARICOM and spoke to CARICOM about it, this would be a serious problem because they're infracting. They have to give these people their own council. This is not a choice. You can't have a referendum. You can't have a popular vote asking the people of Grenada if these people are allowed to have their human rights or not. That's absolute nonsense. So right now, you are in violation of international law. It's just that Petite Martinique and Carriacou don't really know their own rights, but because hard, ugly, transgendered Babsy knows all the rules and all the laws and all the human rights of all the Caribbean nations in the world, I know that you're infringing on their rights. They could go to CARICOM for you, but they could even make it even worse. They could go to the United Nations for you, but if they go to the United Nations, you're going to be in even more trouble, because I don't know if you guys knew this, but right now, Grenada is under investigation by the United Nations. You can stop, go Google it right now. Grenada is under investigation by the United Nations because they refuse to fix their legal loopholes that are against child labor and child sex trafficking and incest and molestation. Does this sound like a patriotic group of people to you? You don't even want to help your own children? Why would you not close the legal loopholes against sex trafficking and child labor in your nation? Wago? Is that what it is? Is that how you guys thought? Hold on a second. There's a song I want to play. You know, I just wanted to take a little second because, you know, I do like Grenadian soca, right? And like, I think you guys have some good music. So, let me think about a song. No. You guys wouldn't know I know this one. Yeah. So imagine a nation pomp setting, harassing and terrorizing people, right? But they actually are over there literally imprisoning people. They're literally imprisoning their own people. They have their people imprisoned. Can you believe that? Oh, you didn't know I know this big tune here? Tune. Twice on. You better give her. All right, let me stop playing around. So, If the United Nations was to get involved, you would be in a whole heap of motherfucking trouble because you are already in motherfucking trouble for ill-treating your own children. You're being investigated about it. The report will come out at the end of September this year because I'm on the distribution list. You know, this little clout chasing vlogger that has no connections and no links. Wonder how I know that. So here's what's gonna happen, right? What you gonna do is leave people the fuck alone because you got your own problems in your own island to deal with. You got to make sure that at some point in the near future, you give these people their own counsel and give them their freedom. Free Petite Martinique and Carriacou. You have been unfairing these people for 51 years. The nerve of you to come and talk about patriotism. The nerve of you to talk about Grenada. These people are more Grenadine than you. You are oppressing people. Did you know that? Of course you knew that. But because they don't know their own rights, they don't know what they can stand on. That's why you're supposed to be friends with Babsy. Because Babsy knows all the rules and all the laws, right? Decon Mitchell is looking at me right now and be like, bitch, who the fuck pissed her off? Which one of you motherfuckers pissed off Babsy? Why you piss her off? She got more rank than me. Because the prime minister can't make no moves in Grenada just like that. I could pick up the phone and call the UN tomorrow and file a complaint. I could pick up the phone tomorrow and call CARICOM and file a complaint. I could send one press release out to Fox and MSNBC and CNN and tell them that Grenada is the Israel of the Caribbean. You're going to give these people their freedom. That's not a choice. You have to do it, or you're going to be in a lot of trouble because you're violating international law. And they don't know that. Because they come and check off every stipulation on your constitution. You're not allowed to violate the constitution. Isn't there anybody around in Grenada over there to tell you that you're not allowed to do this? Who put the referendum in place? How could you do a referendum on human rights for people? You're not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to do that. So instead of being on social media terrorizing the fuck out of people, you need to go and clean up the shit in your own backyard because you in a whole heap of trouble. And if you keep bothering me, I can come back up here and talk about your rape because you're in the top 10 in the world for the last 20 years for rape per capita. I could talk about the fact that your prime minister, Decon Mitchell, is under investigation for a whole heap of corruption. I could talk about the fact that you are out here selling diplomatic passports to people in Poland and you're being investigated for that. I could also talk about the fact that the UN is investigating you for police brutality because your police officers beat somebody with a metal pipe in 2023. We could stay here all day. Remember, I don't talk about you on my platform, so I didn't get to talk about all of the infractions that you've had over the last decade. I've been sitting here quiet and leaving you alone, but you should be doing the same because you are living in a dark ass motherfucking place. You are abusing your children. You are in corruption. You selling passports. You got prisoners jumping off and killing tourists. You doing a whole heap of shit that has not even been blown up. Do you want me to blow it up? I got time. But I don't want to do that to you. I will leave you in your darkness. Once you stay in your confines of your own darkness, I have zero problem with you. The only thing that I will say to you is that you will give the people of Petite Martinique and Carriacou their own counsel. So call Decon later. Tell him, boy, you got a problem. You gonna gotta give these people their freedom because Babsy said so. And if you don't, Babsy's going to go to the UN and she's going to go to CARICOM and make sure that they get it. And this is going to become a global scandal. And we don't want that. So put the people on the passport. It's not about a referendum. You have to do it. What do you mean referendum? You have to do this. You have no choice. They are a part of the country. It's Grenada, Petite Martinique, and Carriacou. You can't just exclude them because you feel to. That's bullying. No. You are going to add them to the passport and you're going to allow them to have their own counsel. There's a man over there that's doing some ministry right now. I think his name is Tevin Andrews or something like that. Hi, Tevin Andrews. It's Tevin Campbell sings Can We Talk, right? Anyhow, so what you got to do is you got to give these people their rights. They're not second-class citizens in Grenada. You're not above them. And I always wondered, why do the Grenadians have this Grenadian supremacy feeling? The reason that you have a Grenadian supremacy feeling is because you are oppressing your own people. This is why you come around and you want to oppress all kind of other people. But I tell you, don't leave grand aunts and trouble nobody out here. You gonna get fucked up, dog, but ya. We all don't subscribe to the oppression that's going on in your island. So you can't come around we with that there. And then somebody asked, what did my parents feel about me being a cuss word blogger? I wonder how they would feel in their grave to have me written in the history of Grenada, to be the person to lead the revolution, to get Petite Martinique and Carriacou the recognition that they deserve. That would be real hard, because then you would see my face every day. Imagine Carriacou had their own dollar and put me on it. You guys would have a nervous breakdown, wouldn't you? You see, the worst thing on the planet is a nigga with sense. That's me. But the even worser thing, worser is a word, by the way. I make up my own words along the line, right? The worser thing is a nigga with sense that's educated and ain't got no boss and ain't got to answer to nobody. You see, I could bull you on speed dial, dry, with no lube. You understand what I'm telling you? Right? So as simple as you might think I am because I dated a Grenadian man 10 years ago, I can pull a string and fuck your life up. If I were you, I would leave me alone. Because I got the Don to the key and turned him in a donkey. You feel what I'm saying? No, that's not what you guys are saying about, man. There gotta be another song y'all sing about, man. Let me see. Let me pull up a big one here for you. No. Let me pull up something hard here for you now, man. Let me pull up something hard. Cause you need to understand that you don't know you playing wet. You understand what you say? You don't know you playing wet, Babsy? So we there. So we there. So we there. So we there. Go somewhere. I don't really fuck around like a man, but that song hard as cunt. Lava man, that song hard, right? So, you know, I don't really fuck around you. But alright. Let me go. Yeah. So we're going to stop the oppressing of our own people and bullying of our own people. And we're going to stop interfering with the motherfuckers on the internet and terrorizing people. Terrorize your own. Don't come out here. Don't come out here. Don't come out here. Don't come out here. You be the laughing stock of the world. The world will hate you. You got people oppressing your own nation. That's a very bad look. And then you on the internet terrorizing people in the name of patriotism. Don't do that here. Fix up your own problems. The carpet fling off, right? The carpet now fling away. So everything you just sweep underneath there, you gonna get sweep out. You Prime Minister in a lot of wrath or trouble. He out here doing a lot of cunt. He doing a lot of cunt. Selling diplomatic passports and these sort of things. That's not a good look. You sell a diplomatic passport for 150,000 US dollars to this Polish man there. We got the files, you know. I was like Babsy Leaks. You know about WikiLeaks? But Babsy Leaks. You ever hear about them? So, don't diss Barbados. Leave Barbados alone. Barbados didn't do nothing to you. And leave us alone. Right? If you keep continuing to harass me on my page, I will come back next week and talk about all of the dark sex secrets that you're hiding over there. Because there's a lot of them. There's a whole list. UNICEF came and did, and the World Health Organization, all kind of people that try to get involved. And you know what's the worst part about it? Is the same women on the internet coming and calling me ugly and hard face is the same women that throwing out their daughters when they man molest and rape them. You choose the man over your child. No wonder you must hate me because my mother did love me. Oh, yeah. So, that's how we're going to do this. Leave us alone and interfere with your own, right? But you have to give the people of Petite Martinique and Carriacou recognition. We cannot have in the Caribbean an Israel-Palestine situation. This is absolute folly. I cannot even believe that you Grenadians would be engaging in such bullshittery and then coming and playing patriotic while you're oppressing people. No, you can't do that. Not allowed to do that. No, we don't want that. We're upset about that. And I'll come back next week and talk about it. And the week after, and the week after, and the week after, and the week after, until somebody hears me. Hear my cry, oh Lord. Attend. No, that's not you guys. That's Jamaica. But someone's going to come and hear me. I will become a nuisance. Just the same way as you. The only difference is your nuisance is words and pelting talk. And my nuisance is systemic. I fuck you up with the system. I like a white man. Right? You see, I like a white man fuck up Shannon Sharp. I like that. When I get involved, I like, you know, when you get like certain bug spray in your lungs and you just like choke on it. This is not about no man. This is not about Spice Mass. This is about you people feeling like you could go around and bully every fucking body on the planet because you're bullying people in your own nation. No, we're going to start at home. You're going to fix your own backyard. Well, I could have swear I told you, if your neighbor house on fire, you better pelt water upon yours, but you don't understand Beijing. So that's why you didn't understand what I tell you to fuck off and leave me alone. I tell you, if your neighbor water house upon fire, you better pelt water upon yours. That's Beijing. But you won't take no learning. You head hard. You won't understand what's going on here. I trying to tell you and warn you and want to understand why you trying to tell one. They come and ask me what's a wanna. What is a wanna? Dare you, A.A. Wago. Don't do that. Madness. Rude. Come disrespect my accent. And you oppressing people like Palestinians? You got people oppressed and you won't even put them on the passport that they live in? The country? Palestine got them own passport with them name on it and they got to carry around. I from Petite Martinique and I from Carriacou and I walking around with a passport that say Grenada? Give the people them fucking rights, man. Since 1974, February 7th, that's 51 years. God bless, I ain't even so old. I close to that though. You could have mean all this time when I was emancipating and uplifting my life and educating, you was out there oppressing and holding back Carriacou. You know that they got Carriacou artists and them like, I don't even really want to call nobody name, but he fella named Short Pre, right? Me and Short Pre did cool, but when the last argument kick off, Short Pre decided with one, but he didn't know he decided with he oppressor, right? And then now, when the man, one of this teeth the man every year, all the time when the man go in and he's supposed to win, you teethy because he from Carriacou. One is unfair Carriacou people all the time. All the time you do that here. Yeah. I mean, I don't talk to Short Pre. Short Pre, you side with the oppressors, Short Pre. You side with the fucking oppressors, man. But you ain't know no better. I can left you there with that here. Right? Leave me alone. Media people in Grenada, don't do it. Mash mouth, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like a hurricane. Hold on there. I am like a hurricane. Don't play with me. I am not nobody to play with. I have nothing to lose. You cannot cause me to lose nothing. Somebody said they was going to call immigration on me, right? I want to tell you a little secret. I was born in Canada and raised in Canada. You could call immigration in Canada. There's no immigration file for me. I didn't immigrate here. Oh, Lord. She body in control of me water. Let me see what song I got here for you. Oh, this is a good song. Are you leaving now, people? I tell you good. I come in. Big guys, Specky, wherever you are, don't shout me because they're going to get vexed with you. Move your foot. Move your... This could be over a man and Spice Mass. People always telling me, don't go in this blogging thing no more. Cause they getting fed up of the results of the mass crash show. Every year is same thing, like they holding something against me. Babsy from a foreign country, I hold them in the monarchy. But I tell them I with everything already. I know I could do it again. Cause Babsy Babsy, don't surrender easy. Cause this year I coming back like a hurricane. Sing it. My people don't get me wrong. They can't keep a Babsy down. You got to be very strong to survive the struggle. You cannot sit down and some high. You got to hold your head high. This is what I born to do. Grenadians don't feel blue. I wanted them early, Babsy, coming like a hurricane. No results can stop me. Soca hurricane. Tell the critics louder. Soca hurricane. Then they beat thunder. Soca hurricane. Cause when I done, they go have to call my name. Cause I ain't taking no kind of blame. Anybody trying to keep me down, say they Grenadians have it wrong. Wrong. I's a different piece of cunt. I tell one of this already. All this donkey transgender, I will fuck you up. I will make the place and fuck you up. Why you fucking around me? Right? Don't do this here. Left out this thing here. This thing here can go bad for one. It can go real bad for one. Right? Cause when CNN and these people get a hold of these story that you got people living like Palestinians, you can get fucked up. Right? So give the people them space. Right? Do that there, please. Anyhow, I gone, people. I'm going to be back tomorrow. We're going to have the Soca breakdown. Soca summer, everything that's been going on, everything that's coming up. You know how we do this. I appreciate every single one of you. Big up to all the Grenadians that have reached out to me, that have shown me support over the years. I appreciate all of you. Free Kenroy Baptiste. Free Brenda Baptiste. Mashmo, leave the people alone. Stop talking because you don't want me to talk. And that's how we can drop it. But yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do a live Soca summer. I'm going to give you a breakdown of the Bouillon songs, all the songs that are really doing big, and some of the events that we need to look forward to and going on. And then we will be returning on Thursday and Tuesday next week with the Dancehall Discourse. As you know, it was my birthday. There's been a whole lot of birthday gifts, a whole lot of fooping, a whole lot of other things, so I couldn't really come and go live, but I just want to let you guys know I'm back, and I'm back in the saddle. So big up everybody. And like I said, this is not nothing against no Grenada. This is not nothing against. This is against a system of oppression, a system of bullying, a system of fighting down people. You need to stop your bullshit and get a life, because nobody's interested in what it is you got going on. And when you leave the shores of Mornjaloo, you gonna fuck with we, and you don't want that, because there was never a Babsy before and there's a Babsy now. And there's somebody who's ignorant and intelligent and got all of the facts and all of the files and is not no coward and don't got no boss. So I would not fuck around me, because I can make your life miserable. You understand? But I love y'all. Have a great Friday. Stay out of trouble. Don't drink too much. And Grenadians, always remember this. There's a whore in Grenada that will talk for some rivers and some USD, right? Don't get tied up with me, right? There is a whore in Grenada that will talk for rivers and USD, right? I gone later. Bye.